Real men don't cry, he whispered to himself as tears and snot dripped from his face. Even then, his own pride mocked him. But the release was damn near euphoric. It brought a sense of clarity, something he had not experienced in years. It was alien, strange. Laid out before him were a set of tasks he would have to execute regardless of how it made him look or feel. His marriage, his family, his sanity. All of it. He let his selfishness, his staggering arrogance blind him to the fact he had put up more than his savings in search of something he had already found, but kept shoveling aside in search of more. He cried harder and fully embraced the catharsis. He let loose his tears until they devolved into nothing more than a series of sniffles and groans. He wailed so loudly that he heard what he thought were the echoes of his epiphany. But even after he regained his composure, a voice still lingered. On the other side of the cold stone, he heard a voice. Though the words were indecipherable, Wilson knew distress when he heard it. He sprung to his feet and pressed his ear against the rocky wall. It came from within the mountain. "Hello!" Wilson shouted. He waited for his echo to die. "Hello!" the voice responded a few moments later. It was faint, and the tone mirrored his, but raspier. Dry-throated, like a man who spent too much time in a dust storm. The keeper of the voice proceeded to cry out, "Hello! Hello!" Baffled, Wilson second-guessed what he heard until the voice within the mountain screamed, continuing to grow louder and more intense. Wilson grabbed his pickaxe and wiped away the slobber with the back of his hand, leaving wet dirt bedraggled on his cheeks and nose. "Stand back!" Wilson yelled. "I'm gonna get you out of there!" With all his might, Wilson delivered blow after blow. His calloused palms ripped and bled, but he did not stop. He swung his pickaxe with a new sense of determination, punching through the rugged threshold and leaving a fist-sized hole. He placed his bloodied palms against the rock and peered inside. Veritable darkness. "Hello!" Wilson called out. He waited a few moments for a response, but the cries had stopped. He stepped back in a panic and hewed away at the earth until the cavity was big enough for him to crawl through. He tossed his pickaxe aside and raised the lantern in front of him. Faintly, he heard the weeping return. "Are you okay? How the hell did you get stuck in here?" Wilson leaned his upper half into the void with the lantern stretched out before him. Yet the light did him no favor. Swallowed by the Stygian abyss. "Hello! Where are you?" Wilson peered down, but could not see the ground. He flung a small stone into the nothingness, only to never hear it land. Instead, the weeping returned and enveloped the cavity from all directions. It became deafening all at once as the cries transformed into vexing laughter. A sinister chill seized Wilson's spine when he saw it. He tried to scream.